Welcome. Okay, thank you. Get down. You just, Alani, get down, honey. I'm trying to film this video. We just went for a whole walk. A whole walk. Welcome back to my channel, my A1 Day One. I know back when I was in middle school, high school, I really didn't do this. So it's like when I got to college, I really had to learn how to study. And basically, I'm gonna give you some tips on how to be an effective study. That's not even a word, so don't even, don't even. But I'm gonna give you some tips on how to have effective study habits, and it'll take you a long way. So if you do decide to go to college, or if you do decide to, pursue a career, maybe you don't want to go to college, maybe you want to, go to like a school like cosmetology, something like that. These are some easy study habits that you can do while maintaining a full-time job or a part-time job or any other things that you have to do. So yeah, let's get into this video. All right, so study habit number 1. So you want to make sure, if you have a full-time job, you want to make sure that you put enough time aside to study in between your classes. So say if you have a class at 11:15 and you get out at 12:15, then your next class from that don't start until 1 o'clock. You should take that time right there to study. Anything you have to study, take that time to study, because you don't know when you have time. Because if that's your last class at 1:15 and after that class you go straight to work, when you come home from work, you're gonna be tired. And if you have kids on top of that, you gotta make sure your kids get to bed. You cook for your kids, okay? You cook for your kids. You gotta make sure you cook for them and just make sure they're ready for bed in the morning. So it's kind of hard. So if you have that in between time to study, take that time to study. And don't wait till the last minute. So tip number 2 is don't wait till the last minute to study, especially if you're in college. Anybody in college should know that waiting till the last minute to study is a fail, because it depends on your field. Now if you have a good photographic memory, then go for it. I mean, it's easy to you because you have a good photographic memory. But if you don't, take at least 30 minutes out your day to study. Even if you have to get up early in the morning. Like me, I get up around 5:30, 6 o'clock. And that's because I get up, I go to work out. I do my morning meditations now. So I get up, work out, do my meditation, and when I come back, I'm taking out Alani again. And then if I do have some extra time, that extra time in the morning is what I'm taking to study. And then I do have time between my classes, so I'm taking that time to study. Because you can't just let yourself fall off. And I know one time I did let myself fall off, because I was just like, it's whatever, I'm gonna make it up the next time. But then it's like you really feel bad, because it's like, man, I know I can study, I know I need to study, so why I'm not studying? And yes, stuff's gonna take up your time, but if you have to, if you're working a full-time job, maybe cut down to 35 hours, maybe cut down to 30, because school is important, and making time is making time. So number 2 is don't be a procrastinator. Don't wait till the last minute to study. Study and you can. If you got to get up early in the morning, if you got to get up earlier than you normally do, then take that time to get up earlier, because you don't want to retake a class, and that's the most horrible thing that I ever did. I had to retake a class, but it's like, you know that information and you don't want to keep going over and over again. So, but sometimes you do got to do what you got to do. I'm not saying that retaking classes is bad. It's just, you know, you rather take it the first time so you won't be behind. So number 2 is don't be a procrastinator. Number 3, make time. Make time to study. And when I say make time, that means like make time out of your day. Write a schedule down, plan to study, and study at least 30 minutes a day. You don't want to be studying for a subject for an hour. Like, mark yourself, okay, we worked on this today, so this is what we're gonna work on today, and tomorrow I'm gonna study this for 30 minutes. Okay, so just, you know, take your time out and study. You know, 30 minutes a day is fine. You know, don't try to overwork yourself, because once you overwork yourself, then that's when you get you don't get confused, but you start forgetting, and it's like you really know, but it's like you just thinking too hard. You thinking too hard. All right, so number 4 will be have a planner. And I know I said this somewhere in my last video that I did, but you have to have a planner. Planner comes in handy. You need a plan to study. And a planner to study. And the only reason why I say you need a planner to study is because if you don't have a schedule and you're not consistent looking at it, then it's like you're not gonna do it and you're not gonna study. And it's like that gives you motivation to study. You planning out your time and planning out your whole day and doing it day by day, that gives you motivation, that gives you relief. So have a planner, and with the planner have study periods, study time, because let me tell you, if you have a full-time job and a kid and you're going to school, you're gonna need a planner. You're gonna need a planner, because something is gonna make you forget whatever. And you know, in college you just don't have that one class, you have like 5 or 4 classes that you may be taking. Some people take 6. So have a planner. A planner is what you need. And 5th one, your final one that you need, is motivation. You need motivation. And your motivation should be you getting to the finish line and finishing early as well. Like, you should want to study because you know you're doing this for you. So why not study? I mean, yeah, okay, you could say the government paying for my school or my parents paying for my school, but it's like you're the one that's going into this career. What are you eating? You're the one going into this career. So you should have the motivation and the drive to study. Why are you going to this career? Why are you doing this career? Like, you should be doing it for something. If you're not doing it for you, then what are you doing it for? Who are you doing it for? So yet, why not study? Like, why not study? And on top of your study, make sure you meditate. I mean, I have to meditate when I wake up in the morning, and I find that me meditating is way easier for me to study. So meditate, do some meditations. If y'all need some meditation, I can show you how to meditate, but just meditate. That's all you're doing is meditating. If that's gonna be, if you cannot focus when you're studying, or you cannot just sit there and just do this, like, you know, help study, meditate first before you study, and that should give you the motivation that you need. So just try some meditation. It's a whole bunch of YouTube videos out there, and it's a whole Pandora, Apple Music, and Tidal. they have some meditation music for you. So meditate before you study. If you like, okay, I gotta meditate, and set an alarm. Like, if you know you a forgetful person like me, set an alarm. Be like, okay, time for you to meditate. And then after that alarm, set another alarm. Be like, bam, okay, time for you to study. You should be ready to study. Your mind is open. Okay, your mind is open. Your body is relaxed. You're in a calm state to study. So why wouldn't that be the perfect time to study? So, but those are my 5 tips for you guys on how to study. Hopefully they work for you guys, because they sure enough work for me. And let me tell you, I really didn't study throughout high school, and I really think high school is pointless too. But yeah, so hopefully those help you. Those helped me through a lot. I had to learn a lot when I first got into college and working. Sometimes I just wish that I didn't have these bills that I had, and that my mom and dad could just, I ain't have to work. I don't have to work. I wish they could just pay my cell phone bill, and that was it. They could take me to and from school, and that's it. But when you get older, you get responsibilities, and you gotta do what you gotta do. So other than that, hopefully you guys like my video. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you comment at the bottom on what else you would like me to do. And make sure you like this, comment, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to click on that notification bell so you won't miss any videos that I post. And you should, because you should want to be a part of the A1 Day 1 team, squad, tribe, whatever you want to call it. Pack. We should call it a pack. Shoot. The A1 Day 1 pack. But yeah, so until next time, I see you guys in the next video.